So we're going to spin this wheel for the drafts. Let's hopefully we get somebody good like LeBron. No way. We got him. He's coming into the league. His draft class is amazing.
Yo, what to do, everyone? Today we are doing episode number 2 of rewriting the NBA in our own way, writing our own NBA script. If you did not watch the last video, please go back and watch number 1. We had an amazing Game 7 between the Boston Celtics and LA Lakers. Larry Bird ended up winning MVP, and it went down to the wire. It was a very exciting game. You definitely need to go watch it to understand this whole series. But if you have seen that, you will understand. We are writing our own NBA. And this draft is the 1984 draft. And you may be thinking, okay, so Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon are coming into the NBA. Wrong. We span a wheel. And it landed on the Chris Webber draft. So it's Chris Webber, Penny Hardaway, Vin Baker, Jamal Mashburn, a whole bunch of solid players. Now, you're not going to get a Michael Jordan, an all-time player, but if you've played 2K and you've played in the eras, you know Chris Webber turns out to be the absolute GOAT. He just gets he basically turns into prime LeBron. He gets like 24 points, 13 rebounds, and like 7 assists. He is the absolute GOAT. So the fact that we're getting him in our first year is really impressive. But the reason why I'm doing this is because we could have Chris Webber, Luka Doncic, and AK-47 all on the same team. And I want that to be exciting. I want a pick and roll between Ben Simmons and David Robertson. You know, I feel like that would be so much fun. And yeah, so spinning a wheel at the end of each season. And yeah, so we're going to get right into the draft. And the Chicago Bulls won the draft. They are not a good team. But they could use a power forward. So Penny Hardaway is good, but they have a point guard and a shooting guard. So I'm definitely going to take Chris Webber, and then the Rockets are 2, and then we'll figure out who goes 2 in the draft. See, the third overall pick was the Washington Bullets, and they took Vin Baker. A good selection. They had a center, so they're going to try and run a big man, the Twin Towers front court, since they already, what's his name? Jeff Walland or something. Yeah. So now the Kings are up and the Clippers have back-to-back. That's going to be interesting. So the Kings are up and we're going to take a look. Larry Drew, so we're going to try and build around yes. So they could have been a good pick for Vin Baker, but we're going to go, they could really use anything because they don't have players. That's really it. So we're definitely going to go Jamal Mashburn. You know what? It wasn't the idea, but I think I'm gonna go Jamal Mashburn. I was going to go Rodney Rogers because in 2K he does pretty well. Because he can space the floor and play good post defense. That's what it says, but and I feel like it just fits better. But Jamal Mashburn, he's definitely. We're gonna go Jamal Mashburn. I guess he can't really play power forward, but you know, we'll make it work. We will definitely make it work. Now the Clippers are up with back-to-back picks. Let's see the team. I don't remember Noam Nixon, so he's definitely a good playmaker. And we're going to try and build around Terry Cummings, and I guess Bill Walton is getting out of his prime. So definitely building around Terry Cummings and Ricky Pierce. Pierce? I think it's Pierce. So this is a team that will definitely take that Rodney Rogers. Yeah, a 77. I feel like he's a great pick beside Terry Cummings. And who else? I was thinking because I already got a point guard, and I feel like Noam Nixon can be here for a while. He's only 28. Ricky Pierce. Huh. So Terry Cummings is definitely not drafting a small forward, not drafting a power forward, and we could try and draft another center, but I guess Son Bradley could be a good pick beside them. But they did already have two centers. James Donaldson, who doesn't really end up being good, so then we could trade Bill Walton. Okay, I'm gonna think about it for a little. So in this blockbuster trade, I guess not really blockbuster because Bill Walton isn't as good as he used to be, but in this trade, the Clippers will be drafting Sean Bradley, and they will be trading Bill Walton to the Dallas Mavericks, who are competitive right now. Now they will be adding an MVP, because if you don't know, Bill Walton was an MVP in 1990, 1978. I'm so sorry. He was able to carry his team to the finals and winning. I think that was the only win in Portland Trailblazers history. But yes, he comes over here to a younger team to help contend. They're trading, what pick is this? 16 to the Clippers, and they're getting back Mark West, who is a young center from the second round. Doesn't really plan on being anything special, just to be a backup, really. Harry Collins is a backup, not a backup. He's a 68 overall who's just there to make the money work, because Bill Walton is making a lot of money, and Patrick Robertson is just there because it needed to be. So yeah, I think this is enough, really. You're trading for old Bill Walton, or older Bill Walton, who has been playing down, who played down at least compared to last season, and he's making a lot of money. So getting a first round pick and a young center, I feel like is a good trade. So I take that all back. The Portland Trailblazers need a center. They have a young player in Clyde Drexler, and they need a center to contend. Their best center is Wayne Cooper, and Sean Bradley is a 7'6" center who can definitely come in and be a solid center who can block some shots. Portland is going to be trading the 8th pick, Boston's pick next year, which I don't see it as valuable as that, because Boston is going to be very good. So it's like the 23rd pick or something, so I don't see it very valuable. And the second pick. Now, this may be the first pick in the second round. Maybe I don't need to add that. Yeah, we'll just do that. And so this is going to have the Clippers picking George Milshawn. Should we do it? Yeah, fuck it. George Milshawn. Now the 76ers is up. I'm going to try and look for a way to trade the pick, because actually no, I have the perfect player. Allen Houston. I was thinking Nick Van Exel, but Allen Houston definitely. He's a good shooting guard that can play beside Moses Malone and Julius Irving. Just kind of like they picked Charles Barkley, they're gonna keep the pick. So here, Kellogg. This is where I think Nick Van Exel or one of the point guards should go. I like Nick Van Exel better. Ooh, Sam Cassell, but Nick Van Exel can play the point guard or shooting guard, so I feel like that's a much better pick than Sam Cassell. Which, don't get me wrong, Sam Cassell is like one of the best players in this draft, but I just don't see it. So this is the Cavs pick that the Mavericks had. I don't know from where. It was way before me. So, yeah, this is before I was doing anything, before this save started. So, the Mavericks. Ooh, Bruce Bowen could be a good pick, a good lockdown defender. They could use that behind Mark McGuire. No, not really. So maybe a point guard or shooting guard then. Definitely. This is where Sam Cassell could go. But I'm gonna go with the better player now, Chris Whitney. So we'll see you at the end of the draft. So I just saved all of you time from watching this very boring off season. There was no one really exciting. Jim Paxton went back. Everyone basically went back. Buying is the Jail Henderson. I did not. I don't know how to say Jail Henderson. Yeah, but it's not. I don't know. I have a really hard time reading with names. So you're gonna see me say name. Like that's one problem. I'm scared of this series is I don't know how to say people's names. This is two signings I like that I did. Wayne Cooper left Portland, and Alan Laveo? I don't know. So now they have basically a good backup at every position minus shooting guard, which I'm going to do that for them now. He actually did do good, so but he played for. Is he going back? Oh, perfect. They already did it. Wow, would you look at that? Um, there was a couple people that did switch teams also, like Nate Archibald, but most of the people really stayed on the same team. Oh, I didn't even notice he went to a different team.
So now this is everyone's favorite part of the
Most of
year,
the people all
the
went
spitting,
back to the
to
team they
see
were
who is
on, which
going
I'm
to be
happy
in
about.
next
Not a
year's
lot
draft.
changed in that
So
area, so
I'm
yeah.
using a new wheel, so that's why I just wanted to spin it once, and I got 1990. So I'm really hoping we can get somebody good, like a LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal even I would settle for. But yeah, let's spin it. Let's go. We want Lamont James, the sun sign. Let's go. Who is this? This is Nikola Jokic. We're getting Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins. Let's
Draft class is unbelievable. You got Maple Jordan, Joel Embiid, Julius Randle, Aaron Gordon, and in the 46th pick in the NBA draft, Nikola Jokic. I promise you, he is not going that late. He is going. Well, he's going number one. Jabari Parker can actually be something. Marcus Smart, Gary Hale, Zach LaVine. Oh my goodness, this draft class is amazing. So you're going to have Nikola Jokic going against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is unreal. Nikola Jokic going against Moses Malone. Oh my goodness, this is unreal. So I've made a couple trades so far. This is the trade deadline, and I've made a couple trades. This is the big one that I wanted to show you first, and then I'll go and show you the others. So Eddie Johnson is going to the Boston Celtics. Yes, Boston Celtics. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Austin, they're very good. Yes, but they're giving up quite a lot. They're giving up Danny Ainge, who is supposed to be a three-point shooter, I believe, and he doesn't shoot three-pointers. They're getting two first-round picks. Well, I guess they aren't getting Danny Ainge. They're getting him and trading him, I guess. Because I don't think those three team trades back then. I don't know. But yes, they're getting two first-round picks, one top three protected, and then one unprotected, which the Boston, they shouldn't really need it. They're not going to be good, but you get two, like 20 between the late late teens, early 20s pick, which you're just adding on to your already young team with LaSalle Thompson, Jamal Mashburn, and then Larry Drew and Mike Woodson. I think are still kind of young, so I'm not ready to completely get rid of them yet, because I feel like they still have something in them that can help this team be good in the future. So they're getting a couple picks. They're going to trade Danny Ainge to Philly because Philly doesn't have a shooting guard. I know I traded them a shooting guard last season, but he left to go to Indiana. What was Robert Reed? So they're getting Theo
just some salary fellows. He was a first round. He was the first round pick last season. He hasn't really done anything yet, but I feel like you would be taking a chance on him if you're Sacramento. Obviously, I don't know who he is unless he is a real person and you're watching this. I am sorry. And you get 2 second round picks. So you're getting 4 seconds, 2 firsts, 3 firsts, kind of. It is kind of a lot if you think about it, but I don't see these picks as value. It's kind of like the Dio and Fox trade, and I'm seeing him as kind of like a Dio and Fox because he is only 29 and he kind of fits the timeline with the Boston Celtics. So you're kind of buying in to try and repeat if you're Boston, and I think that's smart. So yeah, it may be slightly of an overpay, but I think it's worth it. So now Jamal Mashburn is the for sure starter. He was playing power forward at times, and it just wasn't really working like I thought. So he is very good. I wonder who's winning the Rookie of the Year so far. We can go check that out. Rookie of the Year is Vin Baker. Chris Webber is clearly having the better season, but okay, Chris Webber Defensive Player of the Year? No, I was thinking because Chris Webber had 3 blocks. But anyway, yes, Moses Malone is leading the MVP, which he's averaging some crazy numbers. Magic Johnson is 2, Isaiah Thomas is 3, Larry Bird is 4, and Kareem is at 5. Kareem isn't averaging that great, and Magic and Kareem are averaging that. I guess they are, but I don't know. I feel like it's definitely go to Moses this season, and I feel like this should definitely go to Chris Webber. Anything new here? No, we just got some Six Man of the Years, Defensive Player of the Year, Ralph Sampson, which is surprising because they aren't a good team. So I don't know if he deserves it. I feel like I would be more likely to give it to Sidney Moncrief, but he won it last year, so I guess Ralph Sampson can get it this season. Most improved player, sure, it doesn't really matter. Clyde Drexler has taken a step, huh? Ooh, amazing for Portland. That's good for them. So yeah, the other trades I've made aren't that big of trades. That's the big one. You got Byron Russell and a first for Craig Eloy. I think is how you say it. It's not letting me show you the trade, so I have to go down here to show it. This trade was just something they proposed, and I said yes. These are all trades they proposed, and I just agreed to it. So yeah, this was the one trade I did because Craig Eloy wanted out of Houston, and Houston was looking to sell him. Portland is missing the small forward, so I went and traded for him. They got Byron Russell, who is a real person. That's kind of the bare minimum. And you get a first round pick, top 10 protected, but Portland is a top team, so I don't really think they're going to drop. But because of the division thing, I don't exactly know, so I just did it. So it's top 10 protected instead of lottery, just in case, which I guess the lottery is like, I don't know. I don't know what the lottery is in this. But yes, we're going to go looking for any selling and rebuilding teams that are looking to sell, and then I'll come back if there's any other trades. Then we got Moses Malone winning MVP in his age 30 season. He's putting up 27, 16, and 1.7 blocks. But no, definitely Moses deserved it. Good, because remember we were looking in midway through the season, and Chris Webber was not the leader. I'm happy to see he's actually the leader in this time, and not Vin Baker. Jim Paxton, 6 man, that makes sense because they have Fat Lever, him, and Clyde Drexler. So now that makes sense. How's he feeling though? He's feeling great. That's good. He's just happy. Oh, he loves being the spark plug off the bench. Okay, that's good. That is perfect. That's exactly what you want to hear if you're the Portland organization. Ralph Sampson for Houston wins Defensive Player of the Year. Sure. I mean, they weren't that good of a team, but he was definitely the reason they were winning the 30 games they won. So I guess it doesn't really matter. And Danny Ainge, 6 man of the year, which I forgot to change so he can shoot threes, but oh well. Now All NBA, yeah. Wow, Noam Nixon makes it. Good on him. Wow, Chris Webber makes it in his rookie season. Larry Nance makes oh no, that's defense. Yeah. Oh, I guess I didn't show you rookie teams. I don't think you guys really care. Like we can kind of figure out who won, but so to start the playoffs, we're just gonna simulate the round. See, actually, we're just gonna simulate by game just to make sure we don't miss anything. The Hawks are eliminated. You know, we kind of expected that. New York is eliminated. We expected that. The Bulls are eliminated. We expected that. The Clippers expected. It's honestly surprising to see the Bulls make it. That's good on Chris Webber, but that sucks because they really were trying to make the playoffs, and they have. That was just Chris Webber that did all of that. It was Chris Webber and I guess Reggie Theus and I guess him, but that was all Chris Webber. New York. I was thinking New York may be having to rebuild. To try and get rid of, not get rid of, but sell Bernard King since he's kind of at that point where his value is as high as it's gonna get and it's just gonna go down. And they don't really have anything else unless they can try and build, but it doesn't really seem like it. Um, so yeah, you got New Jersey versus Milwaukee. That's surprising that New Jersey did that well. Um, yep. Phoenix is beating Utah. That's surprising. Portland. Let's just simulate the round. Milwaukee won. Denver got eliminated. Let's simulate this game. 2-2. And the East is all done. And that's all done. Utah versus Phoenix. Do we really care who wins? We would love a Utah win just because they're the better team and better for entertainment, but it doesn't. Oh, and they ended up winning. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. That was kind of expected. Um, yeah, so we're gonna just simulate this. Game 1. We're gonna simulate Boston because they are the last team to play. Detroit swept, no, swept the MVP. Wow, that's surprising. Moses Malone went out with no fight, and Utah's out, so it didn't really matter. So is it 1-2 versus 1-2? Let's go. Come on, Portland, put in a fight. Let's go, Portland. Game 7, and we got a difference. No offense, Dallas Mavericks fans, if you're watching this, I'm not cheering against you. It's just as the commissioner, I don't know. I don't like seeing 1-2, 1-2, but it makes sense that it should always be 1-2, 1-2 in theory. But a 3-1 comeback from Portland is unreal, and it just adds to the storyline, I guess. There was not really one person who did amazing. Son Bradley, how did he do as a rookie? Oh my goodness. Great trade by us. We're gonna have Boston versus LA finals again. LA trying to get their get back. Let's see. Oh, has Detroit and LA played each other? I think. Detroit hasn't made it. Oh, okay. Okay. So this. Oh, okay. Let's see. A chance to win. And they do make it. So we got LA Lakers versus Detroit Pistons NBA Finals. Isaiah, the two best point guards in the league going at each other. Let's see. Game 2 goes to LA. Game 3 goes to Pistons. All 3-1. And LA wins with Magic Johnson winning the MVP 23, 8, and 11. Unbelievable. Kind of underwhelming this season. Nothing exciting has really happened, but next season is when Nikola Jokic comes into the draft. So it's supposed to be Kings, Spurs, Rockets. Let's see. Indiana, Rockets, and then San Antonio. Wow. Bullets get 4 and Kings get 5. Wow. So Indiana lands Nikola Jokic out of
Well, I guess I don't know what it would be called at this time, but wow, they're definitely gonna keep him. Unless Hope Williams wants to be traded, which I don't think they would, even if even if he wants to. So is that their pick? It is. So they get that. Houston gets number 2. So that's interesting. How is Houston going to draft with that? They also got 21 from the other trade they made in the offseason. Let's get right into it. Let's right into the draft. Pick in the 1985 draft. Are the Indiana Pacers select Nikola Jokic. And this time there won't be a Taco Bell commercial during him getting drafted. Now Houston, I haven't really decided yet. It's either they go Andrew Wiggins, so they draft for fit because I feel like Ralph Sampson and Joel Embiid are too similar in who they are. You know, they play very similarly. So do they want that, or would they rather get a bucket getter like Wiggins? Is the real question. Who does the mock drafts have? They have him taking Aaron Gordon. They had Julius Randle going 1. They had Nikola Jokic going all the way to 7. So that's not helpful. I get you telling me to draft Joel Embiid, but I'm thinking, let's see who drafts next. Fans, it's not going to be like modern day Wiggins. It's going to be a better version of Wiggins, and I honestly want. I think in every draft, I want one player that isn't good in real life to be good, and then one player in real life that is good, that in real life that isn't going to be good in this. So I feel like Wiggins is one of those players that I'm going to decide, oh, who is going to be one of those players that does do good, just because of I am biased and I'm Canadian. That's it. So like when J.L. Smith gets drafted, J.L. Smith I'm going to make a Hall of Famer. When Jordan Poole gets drafted, he is going to be a Hall of Famer. So now I was thinking to do this. Oh, sorry. This is going to be the trade. I'm not 100% sure if I should throw in Bruce Bowen, but Bernard King is going to the Spurs for the 4th pick, and the New York Knicks are going to build around Joel Embiid. A big market in New York gets an all Hall of Famer in Joel Embiid, a future MVP, hopefully, and you're trading Bill Cartwright there also because you're going to have Joel Embiid. You don't really need him. So I feel like it's fair because these two even out each other. This you get a little extra, and then I think you can throw in Bruce Bowen because that was the first round pick last season. So I do need that random 69 overall who's making $700,000. So you're basically getting 2 lottery picks, two good posts for Bernard King, and then just to sweeten the pot, I'll throw in a second. So now the lineup will be Johnny Moore, Jodes Govin, Bernard King, Bill Cartwright, and Otis Gilmore. Because Otis Gilmore, he's getting old and he isn't that good anymore. So, yep, they did that, and now the New York Knicks will select Joel Embiid to be the franchise leader. This is kind of like them getting Patrick Ewing, but not having to trade the pick, basically. Well, trade for the pick. Please tell me I was recording when I did that. Let's go. So the Wizards are up. The Wizards last season took Vin Baker. They have Jeff Moore, and they have Jeff Wallet. So they have a big 3, kind of, and I think this is time when they will draft a point guard. Ooh, a shooting guard. Should I make them go down and Aaron Gordon can play the small forward? Oh, would I level them, get Marcus Smart or Zach LaVine? No, I think Aaron Gordon, and he can play a small forward position in Washington. Sacramento is up. They have Larry Drill, Mike Woodson, Jamal Mashburn. They need a power forward. You know who's up on the board? Two great power forwards. I think Julius Randle, though, is definitely the better option. Sacramento Kings are up. Gus Williams, Fred Brown. They need a scorer, and I have a scorer in mind who can replace Fred Brown. Zach LaVine stays in Seattle, which is kind of why I wanted to do it because he's from Seattle. So now Dallas is up. This is not their pick. No, this is the Clippers pick. They have a lot of picks. Can I look to try and trade for them? Trade. The Dallas Mavericks are going to trade for Joe Barry Carroll. Going to trade the 7th pick and the 12th pick for him. So that means the lineup is going to be Brad Davis with Derek Harper off the bench, Bernardo Bracklin, Mark McGuire, Jay Vincent, and Bill Walton will either be the backup or will be the starting power forward beside Joe Barry Carroll, because does he have any perimeter defense? Let's see. Okay, he actually can play power forward if we need him to. And Golden State does this just because they're trying to go a different way and they don't feel like he can lead the team. Actually, we're going to blow up the Warriors because I don't know, all of the players were really unhappy at the trade deadline, and I was thinking to trade them all. So I'm just going to trade them all now because I don't think they made the playoffs and they were really over budget. So maybe the general manager's like, we need to get younger, and how we're going to do that is by trading all of our players and getting cheaper because that's all they care about. Storyline. What? Yeah, that was weird. Trade Golden State is going to be making, and then Sleepy Floyd is next. We're getting rid of Pelvis Short to Brooklyn, who made it to the second round. They just want a little bit more bucket getting. They trading 2 first round picks plus Albert King, who did do good, but now you're getting, instead of 16 points, you're getting 22. I feel like that's for sure a dub. And you're getting like the second pick in the second round, so you're still getting a good player because this draft is pretty deep. So that's a win. You're getting a good player and a young player, and Golden State is just stacking on firsts. But these are future firsts is the only difference. I'm dumb. I completely forgot who got the first overall pick. Obviously, they want to team up a young person beside Nikola Jokic, and then I guess they would trade Hope Williams. So that makes it Cloak Kellogg and Joel Embiid, and then I guess he would play somewhere else. You can find somewhere else to play. But what pick did they draft? They must have took a different pick with JoJo. What was? Oh, I'm dumb. Obviously, they traded. Oh, I exited out of the trade. But yes, that trade will go through. Those 2 trades. I'm going to keep Albert King and Sleepy Floyd just for now, just so the team can stay competitive. Not make the playoffs, but at least sell some jerseys. I was thinking I was going to draft either Jabari Parker or Jeremy Grant, but Jabari Parker right now is the better player, so we're going to take him. Now to the Bulls. The Bulls just made the playoffs. So they made the playoffs, got swept in the first round, and they could have had a much better pick. Whatever, that's what you guys wanted. So you guys, they need a center. And I think it's better to get a center. Sidney King could play center. So it's either they go center or small forward. More interested in scouting Clint Capella, so I'm going to draft them Clint Capella. Now the Clippers are up again. Oh, not up again, just up. They were looking to trade Ricky Pierce. I was going to trade him for Bernard King maybe, but that clearly didn't go through. Gary Harris. Perfect. Gary Harris is a good defender. New York. Clark Kellogg.
So that means Indiana is trying to rebuild, and I don't think I like that. Let's go see. Yes, they just drafted Nikola Jokic, so they're just wanting to. I don't know what. I'll do this. This was the. I think this is all it was, right? I'll go back and check. Hope Williams, who requested a trade. So, in my opinion, if you request a trade, your value goes down. You'd get Jeff Cook, center, who's pretty okay, who can back up Big Yoke. I guess they don't really need another center to back him up. They don't really have a second. So I just went with this, and I feel like this is enough. So it's just building around Nikola Jokic now, and I feel with Nikola Jokic, I was thinking Alpha Payton, just because it's more exciting than Marcus Smart, but Marcus Smart. Now I'm going to do these two Warriors picks. I'm going to take Yusuf Nurkic, and then I don't remember who else. They wanted a shooting guard, yes. I think I'm still going to Alpha Payton. Oh, Jordan Clarkson, I forgot about him. There's a lot of good players down here. Not good, but players like Cristiano Felicio. If you know, you know. Jakal Sampson. Oh, Thanasis Antetokounmpo. He's here for his brothers. So yes, back to the regular scheduled program. Is it crazy if I want to go Jordan Clarkson and then just raise his shot tendency all the way up? That's not fun. Dante Exum, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna go him, and then that's the end of the draft. That draft class was great because there was players on there who, in the second round, were still pretty good players. Like, I think it was, what team was it? Was it the Cavs? No, it was the Bulls. You got TJ Warren, Clint Capella, and Kyle Anderson. That's a great draft. So Eddie Johnson, obviously, is going to go back. I'll make sure he goes back. He wants to go to the Warriors. I guess I said, but the Celtics are offering him more money. Anyway, there wasn't a lot here, so I'm kind of just gonna skip over this. We're here at the wheel for year number 3. We're trying to see who's going to be drafted this season. Let's go. We're going to spin the wheel. Let's go. Let's get somebody exciting. Is that Kobe? 1982, 1998. I was completely wrong. I don't know why I thought it was Kobe. Kobe's 1998. I mean 1996. So you got Doak, you got Paul Pierce, Vince Carter, Mike Bibby, Jason Williams. It is a top-heavy draft, that's for sure. Is this Mike? This is Michael Olowokandi. I don't know why I love saying his name. It's fun to say. Al Harrington is a pretty good player too, or was. Bonzi Wells, Ruben Patterson. Okay. I like this draft. This isn't gonna have like a deep draft like the last one, but this is definitely. Let's go see. Oh, that's always bugged. Let's see who's projected to get the first overall pick. Indiana. So you'll have. Ooh, how would I? So I would either do Doak and Yoke, or would I do Doak and Vince? No, I would either do because they have Nick Van Exel and Marcus Smart. So I would either do Paul Pierce and Yoke. I think Doak and Jokic would be amazing. And then that leaves Golden State with Dale, kind of like current Portland Trailblazers, just like young players, but also old players. Well, so Sleepy Floyd is getting traded at the deadline. Albert King is getting traded at the deadline. So I guess I could have gone Alfred Payton instead of Jordan Clarkson, but I wanted Jordan Clarkson because I wanted him to be a shot checker. Um, you guys, they're projecting you guys to be really bad. Um, Same thing with you guys. That's interesting. Cleveland is supposed to be bad. That's okay if you're bad though, because it's top 18. So top 18, that makes these teams aren't the ones making it really. That's it. Top 18. Top 16, sorry. Bad math, bad math. So this team, I like this team because they're young, minus Reggie Theus, and that's exactly what you need around Chris Webber, I think. You can have a team for the future. Even if you guys don't make it again this season, that just gives you more of a reason. So obviously, the team that everyone thinks is going to win, obviously the two finals, they are really good now. In Philadelphia, they made it to the finals but lost. They are obviously really good with those two centers. Milwaukee's here. Milwaukee, I don't know. They're gonna need to buy in, which I don't even know how I'm gonna get there. We'll worry about that when time comes. So we're just gonna simulate, and I'll see you at trade deadline to try and make up for what I did and trading away Joel Embiid. What at the time it still seems small. You get Bernard King, who's a 20-point scorer, beside George Govin, whose points did go down, but like this team should be good. So I'm trading for Sleepy Floyd. I'm giving up your 25-year-old point guard John Paxton, who isn't going to be great, but Golden State just wants the picks, and you're getting rid of 3 seconds and a lottery protected first. Next in 2 years, I think it was 88. So here, and Golden State is just happy to be getting picks. You're welcome, San Antonio. Those fans, you're going to hate me. I traded. Oh, what? Oh, I forgot. That's why. Fuck. So they're selling, but I'm not gonna make them sell because I forgot to change that. So that is oh, but it's see. Oh, so oh, maybe that's why. Oh, so he was probably still playing. What do we think? Do we think he was still playing and starting in those games? He did. Oh, okay. So it still wasn't really my fault. Okay. But still, I am really sorry, Spurs fans. That is not how you guys wanted your season to go so far. I was thinking of George Govin, Bernard King, Bill Cartwright, and all the Gilmore team would work. It clearly has not been working. And don't I don't want to sell because they're a good team. I'm not gonna sell. I'm not. I'm gonna stay in that position. And they're selling. Why are you selling TJ Warren? He's a rookie. Why would you sell him? He's a second round rookie that's been really good for you guys. Who's just why? Like they're not support. Why? That doesn't make sense. They're not trading him either. So they're gonna look to trade the pieces. Nikola Jokic. Oh my, is he? When does he like run up for MVP? No. Okay, good. I don't like rookies being in conversation for Rookie of the Year. Look at that. Golden State having two? Well, they definitely made the right decisions when they did. Let's go back to Team Intel. All the teams are doing what they're supposed to. So yeah, San Antonio can definitely make it up. They're one game behind. Yeah, okay. They're still good, and Golden State is, yeah, they're actually doing well because they're not supposed to be good. So, gonna look to trade these guys on Golden State, and I'll be right back. To try and make up for what I did and trading away Joel Embiid, what at the time it still seems small. You get Bernard King, who's a 20-point scorer, beside George Govin, whose points did go down, but
like this team should be good. So I'm trading for Sleepy Floyd. I'm giving up your 25-year-old point guard John Paxton, who isn't going to be great, but Golden State just wants the picks, and you're getting rid of 3 seconds and a lottery protected first. Next in 2 years, I think it was 88. So here, and Golden State is just happy to be getting picks. You're welcome, San Antonio. Vision, I said they were trying to trade TJ Warren. Golden State's trying to get Young. They're trying to trade Avo King. So they're both trying to get traded. It wouldn't be to help this season, but it would just be to help in general, to help the morale of the team. Both teams. Obviously, this wouldn't be the trade. I feel like they would throw in a supersonic second. I feel like you wouldn't get a first for this because of how good he's been. I think 3 seconds is the ideal situation. For our King, you're getting TJ Warren, a good rookie who's been putting up pretty similar numbers, honestly. They both get what they want. Everyone leaves happily ever after. Makes sense? I think it makes sense. And no one's here to say my opinion is wrong, so they're going into this young version of this team. So is the Bulls. The Bulls are trying to keep Chris Webber happy for as long as they can. Yeah, I feel like that was really the two main trades. Oh, Sacramento. I wanted to see because they were trying to sell him, but he's too young and he's good. So why would you want to sell him? Not really realistic. None of this is well. It's not realistic, but it has to be realistic in the situation. Like I'm not gonna sell you guys when you guys are just a game back from the 7th seed, so it doesn't really make sense. Golden State is doing what they want. Philadelphia is doing what they want. They're young, so they're kind of doing what they want. Their best players all young. Oh, I guess Aaron Gordon is already playing the small forward, but he's supposed to anyway, so I'll change that. And then the Bulls. You guys are still trying to trade Albert King, even though I just did that trade. Okay, now it seems dumb. I'll look if there's anything else, but I don't think so. To end the season, we got Magic Johnson winning MVP, basically averaging a triple-double. No one else really comes close to that, honestly. Like Moses Malone, maybe Dominique, but he's averaging better numbers than last season, and these are his best numbers he's averaged. He's averaging 13 assists. Like, come on. Nikola Jokic, MVP, 19, 10, and 7. Six-man. He was, oh yeah, we drafted him. Okay. Sidney Moncrief, Defensive Player of the Year. You love to see a guard winning it. Obviously, it's his second one. That's fun to see. Rodney Rogers, Most Improved. Really? You see, you weren't listening. You were typing in the comments telling me it was a bad pick. But look at him. He's already averaging 7, 5, and 3 on 40% from the 3. And okay. Kind of other people you would expect. Clark Kellogg is getting on first team, on second team. Anyone who he deserves over? No, not really. Well, Sampson also, okay. Clyde Drexler and Fat Level is only averaging 13. Okay. Interesting. Larry Nance is definitely making his name known. That he's definitely a defensive player that deserves. He may ask for a trade soon if he can't get anywhere because they're not doing much. And, oh, I thought he made 3. Oh. So now we're in the playoffs. I don't think anyone missed that we wanted to make it. We weren't really expecting them to make it. Houston, not yet, not quite yet. Andrew Wiggins, pretty solid numbers. Penny, pretty solid. Golden State, just as long as those good development, that's all you guys care about. Ooh, Washington, I wasn't expecting. Like I was expecting them to be bad, obviously, but not this bad. Chicago definitely took a drop from last season, but that's kind of what they wanted. They didn't want to make the playoffs again. Um, Cleveland, I think I'm gonna keep Will Beasley because if they can just win one more game, they'll win the playoffs, and I feel like Cleveland, a team who hasn't really been good in their career, is going to hold that to them. But yeah, we're gonna get right into the playoffs, simulate game one. Well, best out of three. Denver's eliminated. San Antonio, Sacramento, everyone. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5. Dallas out of the first round again. That's pretty interesting. Maybe they should have kept that seventh overall pick, which was shit, I don't even remember. um. Oh, over here, Joel Embiid and Cloak. Oh my goodness, Joel. Full blocks. Can they get out? Can they make it out? Oh my goodness. No way. Joel Embiid in his first playoffs, 27-12. And Detroit is out of here. Isaiah Thomas and Bill Laimbeer was getting cooked. Oh my goodness. They said Joel Embiid couldn't fit in the 90s. Look at him now. So that means the Lakers are going to are the only team left from last year's finals. Let's get as though a Cinderella won in the Knicks. Doesn't seem like it. Down 2-0. Down 3-0. Oh, 1-1. Utah and Portland is at 2-2. The Clippers are out. The Knicks are out. So 3-2 Boston. I mean, no, that's New Jersey ahead. So that means, okay, the Lakers are having no problems in this year. Utah versus Portland. Game 7 on that side, just to play the Lakers. And Game 7 on this side. Let's watch. I'm going to simulate this one because I feel like this one matters more. No offense to Utah and Portland, but I feel like this one has higher stakes because there's a chance they can make the finals if you're going against LA. Ooh, is that Brooklyn pulling away? Brooklyn is going to go. Oh, damn, my bad, Boston. I was saying you guys already lost before you did. So Brooklyn versus Milwaukee. I would love Sidney Moncrief to go to the finals. I love this team mainly just because of Sidney Moncrief. I was like a gold winning defensive player of the year. But my bad. Oh, Brooklyn, we gave them pelvis short. Remember that? What was that trade? I don't remember that trade. But wow, Brooklyn is coming out and they have they know exactly what they want. They want that championship. So they're going up against the Lakers. I mean, known advantages. Game 1 goes to LA. James Worthy, Magic Johnson, obviously doing their things, but Brooklyn, oof. Tough game for everyone there. Game 2 goes to Brooklyn. In LA, by the way, Magic Johnson was, I don't know, was that a bad game? 10, 5, and 18. I don't know, so it's not really aggressive. Pelvish, oh, there we go. Mr. Short. Amazing game. Please tell me I'm recording. Ooh, what we're coding, everyone? Is that Rodney Hood? It is Rodney Hood. No way. Rodney Hood is the reason the team is going to the finals. Rodney Hood is averaging 8 points. Oh my goodness. Tyler Ennis too. Oh my goodness. Who's this? Michael Ray Richardson. Oh wow. This team is actually really nice. LA gets that win. James Worthy. Wow, that's a big game, James Worthy. 2-2. Ooh, this game is getting there. This game is getting close. This series. Oh, game 5. Come on, Brooklyn. Oh, Magic Johnson. Unbelievable stat line. And they go back to back in 3 years. They win. They make it to the finals in 5 straight years from the Lakers. They've made the finals. They're 3-2. Yeah, they've made it the past. What is that? Is that the past 7 years? They've made the finals 6 out of the last 7 and won 4. Whew. What a one, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has basically made himself the GOAT already. Full-time champion, 2-time MVP, 6-time All-Star, and he's only 26. And he's not going to get injured. Let's say that.